right, so let's get started with where to find breakfast in the Magic Kingdom. Now, there is a ton of lunch and dinner options in the Magic Kingdom, but for some reason, breakfast always seems to be a challenge. It's kind of a big question, right? Do you eat breakfast in the Magic Kingdom, or do you go to rope drop just right when they open up the park and go to your favorite rides? What do you do?
Yeah.
How do you do it? To be honest, there's not that many places that you can get a good breakfast in Magic Kingdom, so we are going to go over all of the options and tell you what our favorite ones are. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, let me orient you to the map if you've never been to Magic Kingdom before, if this is your first time to go or you're planning your first family trip. So Magic Kingdom Park, this is the entrance. There are two entrances on either side of the train station down here at the bottom of the screen. This is the screen is oriented to where south is down and north is to the top of the screen that way. Once you walk in, this is Town Square. You walk up Main Street to the hub right in front of Cinderella Castle, the icon of the park, and then you go to the other lands inside Magic Kingdom. From this, it is set up on a wheel and spoke design, so from this hub you can go to all of the different lands. You can go through Cinderella Castle, you can take these bridges into the different lands and really choose where you want to go. So it's really set up pretty well, I think.
Yeah, I think it is too, especially for crowd control, so everybody can kind of disperse once they hit that town or that center area right in front of the castle.
Absolutely. So are you ready to talk through breakfast options?
Yes, I love food. Let's talk about food.
Let's talk about food. So way back when, not really that long ago, but when we first started going, they used to do a show.
Back in the day.
So this area outside the train station was the kind of queuing area for the park, right? So they did a morning show, a welcome show here on the train station, but this place got too crowded and something to do with fire codes. They had to open up the park and let people in. So they still don't let you past the hub, but you can come into Town Square before the park opens, make your way down Main Street and into the hub. Now the welcome show is on the stage in front of Cinderella Castle, but here's the thing. You can actually get breakfast before the park officially opens and before rushing to the land. So if you don't want to grab a Pop-Tart in your room and you want actually some park food, there is a great option on Main Street. There's a couple great options, actually. But the one that is actual breakfast that we're going to talk about right now is the Main Street Bakery, and it is right here. It is right just down from the end of Main Street, so it's actually right there. This is the ice cream parlor with Eddie's Ice Cream, but that doesn't open until 11. So right before that is Main Street Bakery, and it's basically a Starbucks.
Yeah. So that one actually has a lot of really great options to, so you have your traditional Starbucks drink menu. And I will give a great tip here is that if you are on the dining plan, you can get any size you want, the tall, venti, grande, whatever, of the fanciest, schmanciest, foo-foo-y Starbucks drink, and it is a snack credit.
Yeah, all of these things, all of these coffees that you're seeing are on there. And so, a snack credit, that's incredible. I mean, some of those things are really expensive and worth way more than a traditional snack credit. So on their website, this is what you're looking at, is the Disney World website. On this website, they only have the drinks listed as the snack credits. They don't have any food, but trust me, they do have food in there that you can use that you can get. It is again a Starbucks. You're going to have all your traditional Starbucks stuff. They usually have the breakfast sandwiches, like the heat up breakfast sandwiches that Starbucks has. However, again, it's not on the menu, so that's not guaranteed. They also have like croissants and little pastries, like the lemon sliced cake and that kind of thing that your normal Starbucks has. But
and so typically all of the other snacks other than the sandwiches are considered snack credits as well. The sandwiches are not. So that's something that, but if you just want a slice of Starbucks famous lemon cake or whatever, or lemon bread or whatever that is, then you could use it as a snack credit.
Good point.
Yeah.
So the other option is more of an honorable mention, but it is also on Main Street. It opens, again, before the park opens as well, and that is going to be, let's see, that is going to be right here. That is the Confectionery. Not really breakfast food. That's why it's more of an honorable mention, but you can get some snacks. They make a lot like caramel apples, fudge, more candy type
More
stuff.
sweet treats. And there is some popcorn, so if you really want a non-traditional breakfast, I suppose you could get something there.
You can go that route. Okay, so again, at the end of Main Street, there used to be some different breakfast options back when they opened this up to the Main Street show. Casey's served some breakfast options, and the Plaza Restaurant, I believe, had some breakfast options, but can't find anything on those. I know Casey's stopped serving breakfast. I guess there just wasn't the demand for it.
Yeah.
So I would not plan on either of those having breakfast options. Now, moving along from Main Street, the next thing you come to is actually a great option for breakfast. It is right here. It is the Crystal Palace.
Yes.
So what do you know about the Crystal Palace?
So Crystal Palace is a character dining experience. It typically has the Winnie the Pooh and Friends characters. It is a buffet selection, I believe. And
like scrambled egg, omelet station, pancakes and waffles. I mean, that looks pretty decent,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, kind of straightforward.
It's all you care
breakfast
to
options.
enjoy.
Now, pro tip is to schedule this dining reservation prior to the park opening. So the earliest possible dining reservation you can get, so that whenever you're finishing up, the park has opened. Now, this used to be a bigger pro tip than it is now, because then you would have a little bit more time to take some pictures in front of Magic Kingdom without other people, but there'll be people.
Yeah, because the hub is open.
Yes.
Now, one cautionary tale to this, though, if Magic Kingdom is kind of notorious for changing their park hours, and they might post them opening at 9 a.m., but if they get a lot of people, they'll change it to 8 a.m. So if you make an 8:30 reservation at Crystal Palace and they change it to an 8 a.m. opening, it doesn't really help you
Yeah, that
anymore.
is true.
You're going to be eating dinner when the best time to get on rides is. So
Eat breakfast.
I'm sorry, you're going to be eating breakfast when the best time to get on rides is, which is at rope drop. So
Right.
keep that in mind. Okay, one of our favorite places to get breakfast in the Magic Kingdom is right here, and it is kind of tucked away. It's kind of hidden.
Yep.
It is called Sleepy Hollow. Now, Sleepy Hollow is officially a snack stand, so it's not a true breakfast in the true sense of the word. However, they have some great options here. So you can get a fresh fruit waffle sandwich. You can see it right there on the menu. It says it's served with chocolate hazelnut spread. And I'm going to back out and show you a picture of this thing. So it is a Nutella waffle sandwich. You can see it right there with strawberries and bananas and blueberries. I personally like to get mine with just bananas on it. So you got this nice hot waffle. They make it right there for you. They put Nutella on it, and they put this fruit in there, and it's huge. It's a big waffle.
Yeah, it is huge. And matter of fact, I was going to say that you and Jennings typically share, and you guys get yours with just the chocolate hazelnut spread and bananas, and then Aiden and I share, and we get all the fruit. And it's a lot. I mean, it's a pretty good sized portion. I don't know that I'd be able to eat a whole one on my own, or if I did, I wouldn't want my Mickey pretzel or whatever
I know.
an hour later.
Absolutely. It's a great option. It's fairly inexpensive. You see the prices right there. I do want to point out they do have this one breakfast sandwich here. They got the Mickey waffle. Again, they've got that Nutella waffle, which is just amazing. They got a Mickey waffle with strawberries and whipped cream. And then they got your funnel cakes, which if you don't want a funnel cake for breakfast, I mean, what are you doing at Disney World? Right?
Live it up a little bit.
That's right. It is definitely a fun option.
Yes.
Okay, so if the sweet tooth is not your thing, you can go get some healthy breakfast options in Liberty Square. So this right here is called the Liberty Square Market. It doesn't always open right at opening, but it does open usually pretty close. For example, yesterday the park opened at 8, and I believe that it opened at 9. So you can maybe do a few rope droppy things and then go there. But it is all about some healthy options. So if you would like some fruit for breakfast, there you go. You can get your apple slices, oranges, grapes, all kinds of stuff there. Even your mini Baby Bell snack cheese. So ignore that turkey leg right there. That's not for you.
That turkey leg is not a healthy breakfast option.
That is not the healthiest breakfast option.
By golly, if you want a turkey leg for breakfast,
hey,
you're on vacation.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. Okay, so one of our other favorite places, actually we've got a couple favorite places for breakfast, but there is a great option that is actually a sit-down, no-kidding breakfast place, and it is back here. It is the Beast's Castle in Fantasyland. It is called Be Our Guest Restaurant. It is an excellent, excellent option for breakfast. Tell me what you know.
All right, so Be Our Guest is quick service for breakfast and lunch. And then for dinner, it actually has just recently transitioned to a signature restaurant. So that means that it's 2 table service credits for dinner, and it's got like a prefix meal. But for breakfast and lunch, you really get a great value for a quick service meal. Matter of fact, you and I stopped by one time, and we were going to pay out of pocket. And as you can see here on the menu, it's a pricier breakfast. And so we actually chose to do something different. But for a quick service credit.
Yeah, quick service meal credit. This is great.
This is a great option. So, and it's a great option for lunch as well. So we'll do this sometimes. Now, you can make an early morning before the park opens, so you'd actually get to go back behind the hub and make it into the park before the park open, which is a tip. However, how we typically like to do breakfast is hit up all the rope drop stuff, and then about 10:30 or so, whenever things start getting kind of busy, then we grab something to eat.
Right. So by hit up the rope drop stuff, what she means is we will go ride some rides when the lines are really, really low because the park just opened and there's not a ton of people there, and then get breakfast after that. So that's a great tip. So the other thing that Be Our Guest offers is with breakfast, you can pre-order your breakfast 30 days in advance. So this is not mobile ordering. This is totally different. You can make your reservation 6 months in advance like a normal restaurant, even though it is quick service. But you can pre-order 30 days in advance, which just saves you that much more time, right? So that's right here. That's this. That's how you pre-order your breakfast.
Or lunch. You can do it
or
for
lunch.
both.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess with breakfast or lunch reservations can pre-order. And then right here is your breakfast options. So breakfast is served. You get coffee, juice, assorted pastries before the actual entree comes out, and then you can choose your entree right there. So it's a really, really good option.
It is a really good option. And you can find that pre-ordering whenever you make your reservation. It will show up right there in your My Disney experience. Next to the reservation, it'll say start ordering, and it'll actually give you the date of when you can start ordering as well. So
good tip. All right, so right around the corner from Be Our Guest is another one of our favorites. It is right here. It is called Gaston's Tavern, and there's really only one thing you need to know about when it comes to Gaston's Tavern. Here is the menu, but the only thing I want to point out is the cinnamon roll right there. It is a snack credit. It is the warm cinnamon roll. It is $4.99. I'm going to show you a picture of it here. It is to die for. That thing is about as big as my head. And pro tip, ask for extra frosting. They'll give it to you, and it is amazing.
Do you know how happy it makes me that their menu actually says warm cinnamon roll? It just makes me want it even more.
I know. I'm telling you, it is incredible. So that is a great option. It is cheap. It is fast. It is walk up, grab your cinnamon roll, and eat it on your way to the next ride. And that one is great. It opens with park openings, so it is a great option for breakfast.
And pair it with the LeFou's Brew, which is kind of like a frozen apple juice type drink, and you've got your day made.
Absolutely. And another pro tip, go grab a warm cinnamon roll from Gaston's Tavern at the end of your Magic Kingdom day. Take it back to your hotel, stick it in the fridge, and then you've got breakfast the next morning that you can have. You've got an actual Magic Kingdom breakfast before you go to your next park the next morning. So that's a great option as well. All right. The next thing that we are going to talk about is the one, the only Cinderella's with an apostrophe royal table in Cinderella Castle.
Yes.
All right, so in case you forgot, this is Cinderella Castle right here. And then you can go in. You can actually walk through the castle, but to get to Cinderella's royal table, it's in. You can walk through there and get in. So the great thing about this is that it is a character breakfast. So you meet not all the princesses, but you meet a bunch of princesses. The bad thing about this is it's expensive.
Yes, and so it is actually a signature restaurant. It is 2 table service credits, so if you're on the dining plan, you're going to have to sacrifice 2 of your table services. But, I mean, if you've got a little princess yourself who's dying to meet all those princesses, this is a really great place to just knock them all out in one fail swoop. So this breakfast is actually not a buffet meal. It is order off the menu, and then the princesses may change. There's no guarantee that there will be certain princesses there, but it tends to be the more classic ones.
All right, so those are the really the only options for breakfast in the Magic Kingdom. I mean, you can get some snacks here and there, like at the Confectionery, but really, if you're wanting breakfast in the Magic Kingdom, that's your option. Now, I do want to throw out an honorable mention here. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
All right, so one of our favorite things to do, so pro tip number 11, or whatever we're on right now, is to go into rope drop, ride some rides, and then, like you said, about 10:30 a.m., so if there's a park opening at 8 a.m., spend a couple, maybe two and a half hours in there, make a reservation over here at Disney's Contemporary Resort. So at this end at Disney's Contemporary Resort, there is what we call Chef Mickey's. Now, Chef Mickey's is a great character meal. I'm going to pull it up here in a second. But the best way to get there, you don't even have to take transportation. You walk out of the Magic Kingdom, and then you hit this little path right here that goes right along this path. It goes over here. You walk across this one little road, walk across, and you are into the Contemporary Resort, and you can go up to Chef Mickey's.
Say it's about, 10-minute, 15-minute walk?
From the front of Magic Kingdom, 12-minute walk. It's not that bad. So here is the menu for Chef Mickey's. This is what the breakfast menu is up till 11 a.m. You can make a reservation, like you said, 180 days out. If you time it right, if you get your reservation at like 10:30 to 11, somewhere in there, you can hit breakfast, which is all of your breakfast favorites right here, and then they will transition slowly into brunch, which is some different things here. So there are a lot of good foods on both. There's some crossover there, but specifically the desserts is what is amazing, because for breakfast, the dessert bar is basically, you've got like donuts and that kind of thing. And then when brunch comes out,
oh my gosh,
it's like cupcakes and ice cream and that kind of stuff. So you can really have a good breakfast. It's really 2 meals in one, which is really kind of fun. And again, this is a one table service meal. So it is kind of expensive if you're paying out of pocket, but if you're on the dining plan, one table service is totally worth it when we're talking about Chef Mickey's. You get to meet the Fab Five, so Mickey, Goofy, Pluto, Donald, and Minnie.
I think Daisy was there last time we were there too.
Really?
Yeah, I think she was, but
she's at Tusker House.
Well, anyway, but it's just a really, once again, a great option, especially if you have somebody who is a Mickey lover, or your whole family. I mean, we're all Mickey lovers and Donald lovers, so your whole family gets to meet your classic favorites, and which is a really nice, like, kind of one and done type situation, so you're not necessarily having to stand in line and take time away from the park to meet all of those characters.
Absolutely.
All right, so if you're thinking about going over to Chef Mickey's and you're thinking, but I don't have to go all the way back through all that security mess that I went through the first time around, the nice thing is that on that walkway, they have their own little security section and bag check. So it's not a really big hassle to get back in the park by going over to the Contemporary and having breakfast and taking that little break. So that's another pro tip.
That's awesome. Yeah. Also, click the subscribe button. We're trying to grow the channel, and the more subscribes we get, the more content we'll put out. We're trying to put out a couple of videos a week now, so go ahead and click that subscribe button and click the little bell next to it. You'll get alerted next time a new video comes out. If you got any tips or things that you want to hear, things that you want to learn on how to plan your Disney World vacation, leave a comment down below. Let us know. And if you have any Disney travel planning needs, go ahead and reach out to Leslie. She is a travel agent specializing in Disney vacations, and I'm sure she would love to help you out with that.
Love to help you.
And you can reach her at danandleslie, LESLIE, at addictedtothemouse.com.
Yes. So until next time.
You've been watching Addicted to the Mouse.